Hey guys, what's going on? Mike Lowe here, and continuing our Madden franchise, our online CFM that is on simsportsgaming.com. Anxiously awaiting the update, the new rosters. Looks like the new rosters are probably coming our way tomorrow, as is usually scheduled. Definitely a lot of talk on Twitter and whatnot that maybe we could also get surprised with that scouting update. It'd make a lot of sense. Number one, they did mention it'd be September. Two, it's kind of the last big chance before the NFL season starts. Of course, it does start technically tomorrow night with a couple teams playing. And of course, going into week one. I mean, it really, and also EA is giving out the free play, Madden free play this weekend. So you'd think they'd want to introduce the new feature to coincide with all of that stuff we just mentioned. So again, really optimistic. Maybe this is the last game I play in this particular franchise, but this game will be against the CPU here. We have just about 5 or 6 CPU teams. This is one of them, and CPU has been pretty tough as usual. We try to keep it tough so there's just not freebie wins, but we've been working on that too. We have openings, so again, we're going to be looking to fill these last few teams when we actually start the official final league, which will be again after week one rosters, after the scouting update and that sort of thing. So we'll be getting it going. Got a really good group of guys. I mean, people communicate well. It's been really smooth. I mean, usually the start of a Madden season is just kind of bonkers. People coming and going, people not following rules, people fighting, and we've had none of that stuff. So it's been really nice. Again, that's kind of the whole idea behind Sim Sports Gaming, is just building that community of people who like to play kind of franchise style games, getting together in kind of a non-toxic environment and be able to play these season modes that we like, which right now Madden's really the only one that kind of has like a full-fledged version. Even NBA 2K came out today with their big My League reveal, or My NBA, whatever they call it now. Still no carryover saves. There's online leagues though, so again, that's something maybe we'll look into getting back into. I had fun in it. I'm not the best of that game, but again, really cool. Last quick little bit of news. I tweeted out, I made a couple slider t-shirts. So if you're looking to support the Mike Lowe sliders, be it for Madden, MLB The Show, if you go to our Sim Sports Gaming page, you can either get straight to the website, you can get through the mobile app there as well, but we have a swag shop there up on Etsy. You can link to it really easily from both those places I just mentioned. And I just uploaded a couple little slider shirts there. And again, those proceeds go towards really just putting the time and effort into the slider apps, which I've gotten really good feedback. The Madden one, surprisingly, has gotten way more feedback and positive feedback generally than the MLB The Show one, which is interesting because I spent more time with MLB The Show slider stuff. Probably more people connected with me for those sliders more than Madden. But hey, I like Madden a lot. I'll say that famously before we play the AI here, but we are playing a pretty tough Eagles team. They're 4-2. It is like impossible on all Madden to intercept the computer. And we will see that their quarterback has 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions so far after 6 weeks. So pretty consistent, and we're going to just try to shut it down as best we can. One of the things I love about Madden this year is like game planning matters, and not just like the stuff you put into your training, but like I take notes before I play, right? I'm looking at tendencies and this sort of thing, and you'll really start to see it pop even more, not just in the gameplay, but in that kind of prep period that you're putting the time into. I really like how they've done those updates this year with it. So for instance, the only note I've really taken for myself here against the AI, because there's just not personal tendencies a lot of times that you pick up on, I'm going to really try and run out of 3 wide receiver sets. The reason being, they have a really strong defensive line, and I can show you here what I'm looking at. Where am I going? Whoops. Yeah, these menus are still getting used to here. So if I go to the Eagles depth chart, and I can show you what I mean. So they have a strong defensive line in a couple of places. At left end, they have Brandon Graham, 85, and of course they have, right end's not too great, Fletcher Cox there in the middle. But when they come out in like kind of a pass defense, it's a little bit different, right? It starts to really thin out there. You can see their ends aren't as good. Fletcher Cox is still in there, but it can at least get Brandon Graham off the field, so we might be able to do a little bit more outside running. I game plan for more kind of in the middle running, which is our strength as a power running team. In hindsight, maybe I should have done more outside running this time, just because again, they're going to be able to. Fletcher Cox is going to be Fletcher Cox, right? So we'll have to kind of see there. If you haven't seen this yet, the managed staff feature is pretty cool. I've really liked this kind of setup here where you get to pick a goal for your head coach, your defensive coordinator, your offensive coordinator, and then a weekly game plan. So I've done the weekly game plan one. I'm not expecting to shut them out or to blow them out. I don't think I'm going to win the turnover battle since they don't have any. Let's see. Get 15 first downs? Jeez. It's only 2 points. I guess I'm going to go with in the time of possession. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get that, though. What else we got? 15 first downs. Screw it. Let's go win the turnover battle. So on defense, no conversions on fourth is not a bad option. I'm going to go no turnovers, hopefully. Actually, let's go rush for one. Yeah, let's go no turnovers if we can. Oh, that would be nice. And I got that as well. Okay, so got that game plan set up. But yeah, guys, let's jump on in. Late, but try and get this whole game played. I don't know if I'll be able to get the entire thing played, but it'll be pretty close. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the camera too so I can see my screen.
We've got a cross-conference matchup as the Eagles visit the Raiders. Las Vegas looks to tie their series at 7 games each, and it's headed your way. Next.
Los Angeles looks to tie their series at 7 games each? What does that even mean? Isn't that what they just said?
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. For the first time, we get our look here.
Jalen Hurts 12 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Pretty impressive.
Second-year quarterback out of Oklahoma.
A lot of expectations for Jalen Hurts this year, but he has the support of the franchise, including the man who owns the franchise. Had a 4-game audition at the tail end of last year and did enough that the Eagles sent Carson Wentz to Indianapolis. They're expecting Jalen Hurts to be their quarterback of the present and the future.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. The numbers for Sanders last week, 20 carries, 68 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
From the 16, Hurts. Looking deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Pushing his way through. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
That was a crazy play. Let's look at that replay. I thought our guy was in position there. He was definitely beat at first. And look at that. That's pressure in his face. Look at that throw. I mean, that should have been probably picked off against the user. At least defended. But again, maybe I should have set it to, you know, swap ball or something, but dang, man. What are you doing?
Execution was one of their
Speaking
watchwords
of,
leading up to this one.
Thing here.
And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Incomplete.
Like he was over the line.
Risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Jeez, why?
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
Do that.
And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong.
Bent but didn't break. There we go.
And now it's 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception.
So the only thing I really was able to gather out of kind of the game plan prep is that they blitz a lot. I don't know if that's super accurate for the AI teams, but again, I want to run out of 3 receiver sets here. Try and keep Graham.
At their 25-yard line.
Brandon Graham off the field. Let's see. We're looking here. They got good press corners. Waller's going to have a safety on him.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
On first down, Drake. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38.
Didn't really see a ton there that I was comfortable with. That corner on the left was sitting real pretty to defend. Had single coverage. Deep with the safety. I guess I could have taken a shot, but running back underneath would have been the right throw. Just didn't see him.
Shy of the first down. Hunter Nicewander on a punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Jeez.
He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's a love to run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Holy cow.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Dude, do that ball.
Dallas Goedert.
Pass defense is just awful.
On the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing. The answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
4 yards remain for second down. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second down, it's Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play as it takes us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Terrible
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the...
So bad read. Let's see here. Really, really bad read. I saw that safety coming up, but that was cover 3. Or actually, it was man-to-man, cover 1. So Ruggs would have been the proper throw there. Single coverage. He was still covered, but I might have been able to hit him. You'd think it'd be nice if Brown tried to get the ball, though. Yeah, that was just a bad throw. Not what we needed.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
That's crazy, that's completed.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
So, I mean, just the difference here. I'm looking at this stuff for sliders, but I mean, this is not completed for the user. That's not even close to being a completion for the user. And we have the reaction really high. We have the coverage really high. So, yeah, that's weird.
First catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Some of that's just momentum, too. So, again, that's where it's sometimes tricky of people saying, like, hey, I saw on the sliders, like, teams was doing this. It's like, well, there's lots of variables that play into why something's happening at a certain
Here's
time.
Hurts to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right.
Didn't fumble.
Kamali did a good job of sliding around in the pocket. There was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raiders offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
On play action, now Carr. Flushed out right. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Jacobs, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So I think they're in a zone. So that route's going to be useless.
From the gun now on third down, Carr.
Pick that.
And that nearly intercepted.
I'm fine with that throw. It's open. This breaks so damn fast. There's tons of space around him. Well, not a ton, I guess. Yeah. I thought he was going to pull that down a little bit more in the middle.
For a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, jeez.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you get
under pressure. They got him again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. after the incomplete pass brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He'll swing this one out to Richard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Carr again. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Carr now on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete.
So inaccurate.
Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike 42. Check back. Mike 42. Mike 42.
Carr to throw again. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Rosa's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Focus. My goodness. Throw it deep, I guess. And medium pass.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I would do medium pass for Carr, but he's just pretty inaccurate as you've seen, so
we get back to it.
I really want to be average at everything. It's actually a better deeper thrower than his medium. Really good short thrower, but
probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
all right.
And
Graham's
it's
out. We can go
Graham
to
here, the one who is still down.
heavier formations
And
now.
looks like he's in some pain. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a 1st down on that last catch as well.
Throwing is Hurts.
The Sanders has got it complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the 44, Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
They run with Sanders off the option.
Sanders a 1st down, still going. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Jeez, still a 1st down.
A little costly there. You wipe out the 1st down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
But 1st down, Hurts.
It's caught. Smith.
Not even a good throw.
The 35
Still a good
just
throw.
shy of 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, This is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Carr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Carr now on first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Carr now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Carr going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with those.
After review of the play, ruling on appeal.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. From the gun, it's Carr. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. Bulldozes past him. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd down and goal. Carr caught on a slant. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The defense are going to have to start doing something different, because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
2nd down, back to Sanders. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because They're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable for Thomas. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
50. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
How about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
The ball didn't work very well in that play.
All right, guys, I mentioned I want to finish the stream later, so the time is nigh. I'll get the rest of the game up in a little bit.